we're at the Eiffel Tower and we're at the park, and
okay, back to you.
We're gonna show you how we're gonna go home because our apartment is like right around the corner, literally. So I wanted to show you. Okay, let's go. Hey guys, I wanted to share a funny story with you. So we went to the grocery store to buy pasta, to make pasta, tomato pasta. And we spent like 10 minutes walking around the store trying to find pasta. We couldn't find it anywhere. And I was like, I can't believe a grocery store doesn't carry pasta. So we were walking by the refrigerator aisle and my husband noticed there was fresh pasta in the fridge. And we looked at it and they have their pasta, it's not dried or dehydrated, it's like it's fresh and it's in the fridge, like I said. And it was so mind-blowing because we spent forever trying to find the pasta when we didn't even consider that it could be not dehydrated. And it was pretty cool, so I'm going to show you it right here. And I'm going to make pasta right now. So it's like fresh pasta. How cool is that? So I'm going to make pasta right now because it is one of the quickest meals that I have. Like if you don't know what to make, it is really fast and easy to make, but it is absolutely delicious. And so I'm going to share with you just because I thought it would be fun and I love to cook. So very excited to be finally using the kitchen. Oh, also wanted to show you the potatoes come in a little crate. How cute is that? And also the strawberries come in a little crate. Put them on the bin because we're trying to get them to ripen a little bit by the window, and I'm gonna show you the pasta. Okay, we're gonna be making my favorite tomato pasta, and it is super fast and easy to make, but it is absolutely delicious. So what I started off with, I have some roughly chopped garlic and tomatoes, then I have a little chili pepper to use because I love spicy food and it adds a little bit of warmth and kick, so I'm gonna add that. And right now I have water that is trying to boil, and I have a little saucepan with some olive oil that I'm heating up so I can put the garlic in. So now that the pan warmed up, I put the garlic in and I'm just gonna let it saute for barely 2 minutes, like a minute and a half perhaps, just so it can get softer and release some aroma, but it doesn't get burnt and have that awful burnt garlic taste. And I don't know if I mentioned, but the water is salted. That's boiling, of course. Okay, so now that the garlic sauteed, I added in the chopped tomatoes, and I have it on a medium-low heat, so it's on a 3. It goes from 1 to 9, and 9 being the hottest, so it's on a 3, so it's like a medium-low. And I'm just gonna let the tomatoes saute in it as well, and still on a low heat. I'm gonna cover them and let them just saute in their own steam, basically. Okay, I've turned up the heat to about medium, and I have uncovered the tomatoes, and the water is almost done boiling, and approximately 2 minutes passed, so it's not that long. I'm just gonna wait for the water to boil, and I will tell you what to do next, I guess. Okay, so about another 3 minutes passed, and this is what the sauce looks like. It's starting to bubble, and the water is coming to a boil right here. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna set you down for a second. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some olive oil to the water so the pasta doesn't stick to each other. And I'm going to turn down the heat from high to about medium high. And I am going to dump in the pasta. Oh, there you go. Dumped in the pasta. And this one cooks for 5 minutes, so I'm gonna set my timer to 5 minutes and wait for that to finish. And now that the sauce is starting to come to a boil, I'm gonna get some salt. This is to taste, but I don't do a lot of salt. Just a couple sprinkles of salt. And I'm gonna add in my chili pepper and a very healthy dollop of red wine. I'm just using a local French one, of course. And the pasta is boiling away. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stir it and I'm gonna wait for it to boil out the alcohol from the wine, which takes approximately, I would say, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. So I'm just gonna wait for that to finish. Okay, now that the alcohol has boiled out, and the best way to know is that you can smell it when it is boiling out because it smells really strongly right when you put it in. And the most important part is a really healthy dollop of butter. I'm gonna put that in and I'm gonna close the lid and turn down the heat. Wait, I'm turning it up. Turn down the heat to about 2 and just let it sit there. And the pasta is almost ready. Okay, so the pasta is done and it is drained. Sorry to switch camera angles. And I forgot to mention that I added in some water from the pasta as it was boiling right after I put in the butter so that it can absorb into the sauce and kind of thicken a little bit. So now that the pasta is drained, I'm going to turn off my oven. I'm going to put the pasta back on the little thing that it was cooking on. I don't really know what it's called. And okay, let's try to do this with one hand. I'm going to put the sauce into the pasta. Do that. And then I'm going to add in some more butter. I like this much. Maybe a little more. Let's do a little more. Here. Do that. And where is my lid? I will close it and set it for 5 minutes. Sorry, I forgot to stir. Stir it in. And close the lid and, well, it's steamy. And let it sit there for 5 minutes. That is incredibly important because it just absorbs in and like makes it perfect. And after that, you're done. Now that the magical 5 minutes are up, I have plated the pasta and we're gonna eat it. And I know it might not look like much, it just looks very simple and just tomatoes and garlic and pasta, whatever, but I promise you it is absolutely delicious. And sometimes the beauty is in the simplicity. So if you do decide to try this or a variation of this, do let me know how it goes and if you liked it. We went shopping for Nespresso capsules because there's an espresso machine here, so we went in. But on the way, they had a Zara home boutique, which I didn't know about. And last week I showed you that I got, those pretty little cups at Zara. So I went to get a coffee cup for myself, and I also got some kitchen towels because I only have 2 and that was not enough. They're so cute, like little pink plaid towels. Would be really cute. And then I got slippers. These are men's slippers, but the women's ones all had like polyester and stuff, so I decided to get the men's ones and thought they were like simple textile little ones. And the pretty, it's all packaged up. Oh, how do I do this? Don't know how to do this. It's all taped up. Oh, let me set you down. plate, which looks like this. And I'll show you the cup because that's the best part. Oh, they really packaged it up well. Yeah. Look at the pretty cup. It's like a little seashell with like a coral handle and very light orange coral colored gradient trim and a gold foil top. It looks like together. How adorable is that? I'm gonna have my coffee in my pretty little mug and tea. And speaking of coffee, let's get all those out of the way. Got a Arancino. Wait, is this supposed to be white? Let's take a look. Because there's an espresso machine, but no Arancino. And I like milk. Oh, yeah, it is white. Just a little Arancino machine. Let's not break this. And got the descaler to clean machine. And some pods. And these are so cool because these were roasted. So today's like the do you know what date it is? The 22nd of February. And see, these were roasted on the 27th of January. So that's like, what, 3 weeks? And then they vary by like 28, 25. These are on the 29th. Just got these to try. Colombia. And got the Sal do Brazil. Which these used to be my favorite back when I used to get Nespresso back home in America. Got the Roma, but now I like a little stronger coffee, so we'll see how that works out for me. Also got like one of their darkest roasts, the Kazar. And there's this limited edition one, the Vintage Selection, which matches the bag. That's what they're trying to push. And it's cool because I ordered an espresso back when I was in Portland, and the pods came like 9-month roast date, like they were roasted 9 months ago, and that is just very old, poor coffee at that point. It's like spoiled, and never ordered an espresso again, but I was so excited to see that it's actually very freshly roasted, so we'll give it a try. I want to show you guys the funniest thing ever. This is the Arancino machine right here. Look, made in Ukraine. I was having a good laugh at that. It is really funny. I mean, technically it's Europe, right?